Hello, Tomasio here. Greetings. We have a great night. It's quiet out on the western front. There's a skunk in my yard. Boom. Powerful stuff happening. And you got to come under Jesus and Mary. That's really the key to full and total protection during these times. Jesus and Mary, the King and Queen. The King of Kings, the Queen of Queens. So 40 Days for Life has issued an apology. I have it right here to Bob Newman. Here's the quote from Nikki Bruni, the head of 40 Days for Life Pittsburgh. Quote, thanks to a recent video that Tom Tomasio posted, I have come to realize that I owe Bob Newman an apology. In trying to please others on my team, I asked him not to bring his large signs during our 40 days, or at least to separate from us by keeping them up on one side or the other. I realize now that was hurtful to him, and I am sorry. This was the sign right here. This was the sign that Bob Newman got in trouble for bringing. This one right here. That's Jesus holding an unborn child. Okay. I know the angle's hard because the lighting's not real good. But this is Jesus, and he's holding a baby right here in his hand. This is a baby, an unborn child. And Bob was rejected. You know, this picture was rejected. But Nikki's now saying it wasn't her. It was people on her team. So Nikki went along with people on her team to keep that image out. So, gosh, this is really shocking. But it doesn't surprise me because I've met some people on the team and they've come against me. The one lady on the team said that I'm serving Satan. That's exactly what she said. Why? Because I stood up for Bob Newman, who not only is a friend of mine, but I respect him as a pro-life leader. He has served. He's fought the good fight. He's 88 years old. Okay? And he's been on the front lines forever. And he was disrespected. Now, Nikki has apologized. Okay? Thank you, Nikki, for apologizing. Now, are these, in other words, are you saying now it's okay to bring these signs? You didn't really come out and say that here. But I personally called Sean Carney, and I let him know what was going on. Because, like I said, I was attacked, like unbelievable, for doing the video and for exposing what I perceive to be a radical feminist spirit. And when you read, I don't have the quote, but you go to the YouTube video, and if you read the comment under there, you feel like you're reading something that Planned Parenthood prepared. Like, we don't want you near our clinic with those pictures. Now, this is what I'm trying to say, is it is infiltration that has happened. And apologizing is the first step, but cleaning house is the second step. So really, if you have people who are against this picture of Jesus holding the baby, you know, in the name of 40 Days for Life, there's an issue there. So anyway, now 40 Days for Life, you know, I'm disappointed, seriously disappointed, because of the way they handled it. The way they handled it by emailing me and saying, oh, take down the website for Greensburg 40 Days for Life. We own the copyright for that. Well, we've had that Greensburg 40 Days for Life ever since we held a 40 Days for Life campaign. And it helps us communicate because everyone's already on the page. And you're going to say, take it down? after 3 years of not having a problem with it, and then all of a sudden I exposed the fact that they're blocking Christian Jesus Christ posters at 40 Days for Life. I exposed that, and then all of a sudden, I'm a bad guy. So, what do we do? Where do we go from here? Well, clearly, and Nikki says it in this letter, and I agree with her 100%, that the pro-life movement is bigger than you and me, okay? There are many people who are pro-life, who are against abortion, obviously. So, here's the thing, and this is the bottom line. I haven't tried to stop 40 Days for Life from doing what they want to do out there. So why are they trying to stop me? Or why are they trying to stop Bob Newman? What gives 40 Days for Life any more authority than Bob Newman? Bob Newman's led the Face the Truth tour for how many years? If he wanted to, he could tell 40 Days for Life, you're too passive. You're too willing to give up your rights. Go home. I would tell those ladies to go home, because if you're just there because you're appeasing your conscience, or, I really, all I can say is this. To go to an abortion clinic is really going into Satan's territory. Now you might say, well, what does that mean, Tom? That means it's a dark place. It's clearly a dark place. And by you legitimizing, is it a respectable place where you don't, anybody who has any kind of confrontation, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with you, is what I'm trying to tell you. There's clearly a heaven and hell polarization that goes on at abortion clinics. And to think there will be no confrontation, no altercations, no spiritual battling, that's what I'm saying. You can't, if 40 Days for Life is going to be filling themselves with these type of secular people who don't understand the spiritual battle, then 40 Days for Life is clearly not what I thought they were, and not what a lot of people thought they were. So we'll see. We'll see if things change, and 40 Days for Life is willing to respect other pro-lifers who, believe in showing pictures of babies who have been aborted, and showing Our Lady, and showing Jesus Christ, holding the baby. So, this thing is just getting started, and I do appreciate that. Nikki did say, she wasn't sure why I made the video. Well, I don't understand why you don't understand why I made the video, because Bob is a friend of mine, do you understand? And his feelings were hurt, rightfully so. He didn't deserve that. He wasn't going to do anything about it because he's a humble guy. Well, that doesn't mean I can't stand up for him. I did stand up for him, and I will do it again because I've seen what he's been doing. So, it's the heart. God looks at the heart. And if you think you have the perfect approach to pro-life, I'll tell you what, God bless you. Because, there's so many different people having abortion, and they're going to be reached by different people. That's the bottom line. And the clinic workers, this woman, Everett, that Bob Newman was trying to communicate to her, this message, she said she's a Christian. Well, Jesus is telling you that he cares about these babies. He cares about them. He cares about their mothers too. And he cares about their fathers. And the fact that he cares, that's why we care. Because we care about what he cares about, what Mary cares about. She cares about these unborn babies too. But we care about them. But you don't care about them. We do, because they do. We're on their team, Jesus and Mary's team. So don't tell me or Bob Newman, don't bring Jesus or Mary out there, because they care about what's going on. So once again, thank you to 40 Days for Life for apologizing to Bob Newman. I think that was appropriate. And after talking to him earlier today, I know he appreciates it as well. So thank you very much.